Hi everybody, my name is Phil Bolander and my company's name is Seed and Lead, and I appreciate you coming to my YouTube channel to watch this video. So what I want to talk about today is Seed and Lead's branding, the branding of Seed and Lead and the branding of Phil Bolander. So what I want to share with you is that the reason that I established Seed and Lead, planted the seed or birthed the idea of Seed and Lead is because I think my 35 years of experience in corporate positions is very valuable to business owners, entrepreneurs, and leaders that are out there. So my commitment to you, you business people, entrepreneurs, is to share with you, serve you, and support you through your experiences and challenges, because I know that there are numerous ones out there for you. So just wanted you to know that the reason that I continue to push so hard to establish this business and create the brand Phil Bolander and Seed and Lead is because I really do want to work with business people who want to get beyond where they are currently. It could be chaos, disorganization, it could be a plateau, it could be whatever is showing up as discontent for you right now in your business. So my commitment to you is to share with you, to serve you, and to support you. So one of the things that's really important as I continue to establish this brand, Phil Bolander, Seed and Lead, is the visibility and exposure factor. So I'm working with an international branding strategist, and she continues to coach me on how it is that I establish this this branding, if you will, much like some of the great brands that are out there. You know, it could be Nike, could be Starbucks, could be Apple, whatever. Those principles around branding are the same. What I would tell you is that when I was in corporate America, I didn't really have the concept of branding when it came to me and my roles or my career. However, now when I reflect back on it, I can see that there was a brand associated with Phil Bolander, and that's been reinforced by sending out about 50 emails to people that I worked with during my career and hearing back from them and getting some reflective feedback from them. So really starting to understand more, how is it that Phil Bolander and Seed and Lead are branded as a new business. So what's important around this visibility and exposure is what are the platforms that I'm using, and primarily I'm using the social media platform to establish this visibility and exposure. So that's obviously here on YouTube, and then also on Facebook and LinkedIn, and then also I've written a book. So let me just talk about each of those individually. Let me get a quote in front of me because I think it's important to be able to read it exactly as it was. So what's interesting is on Facebook, I have my personal page, and then I also have my business page, Seed and Lead. And what's interesting is when I put content on the Seed and Lead page, I'm constantly looking at it to see what's resonating, what's meaningful, what people are paying attention to. I'm having troubles bringing this up right now, so it'll just be a moment. So what I want to read to you is this quote that I posted on Sunday evening. So it's really less than 48 hours since I posted this quote. And on my Seed and Lead Facebook page, I post a lot of quotes, articles. They could be from Forbes, Entrepreneur, Inc. I also post a lot of statements and then ask questions. So the content is a variety of different things, and I'm continuing to look at what's most interesting to people, right? So here's the quote: "You cannot force someone to comprehend a message they are not ready to receive. Still, you must never underestimate the power of planting a seed." And this has reached 552 people in less than 48 hours, 36 to be more precise. And what's interesting about that is that quote that I posted on Facebook actually represents the essence of the brand Phil Bolander and Seed and Lead. So I'm really excited that there are people out there that are resonating and relating to this message and to this brand. So that's very exciting. On LinkedIn, I've written as many as 8 articles. And those 8 articles, it's a whole new world for me in LinkedIn. Those 8 articles are talking about my experiences. And if they haven't already, they'll talk about the failures, because some of the experiences that I've written about already are about the successes. And then I also want to loop back around and share with you some of the failures that I had, because those failures actually taught me a lot more than the successes if you were to create the scales. So what's interesting about those articles is it's a whole new area for me to be able to share with you information, and it's also a way for me to launch different pieces of information around the branding. So one of the things is around this harvesting profit system that I've developed. So it's really the system, the methodology, the blueprint for how businesses can go from where they are to where they want to be. So I invite you to go to LinkedIn and see some of those articles and read them, because I think that those articles will give you some more insights into the brand Phil Bolander and Seed and Lead. And then lastly, I'm in the process of writing a book. So I made a commitment that on August 9th, I would have a book published on September 9th. So in that 30 days, I'm writing this book called Wings of Wisdom, Lessons Learned at 35,000 Feet. And it's really taking the ordinary experiences that I had while traveling around the world, and domestically for that matter, and creating the story of how our ordinary lives can really bring us profound and extraordinary experiences. So whether it's flying or going to the grocery store or going to the drugstore, going to a restaurant, any of those experiences that you have that are really just ordinary in your mind, you do have the ability to elevate them to extraordinary. So I'm in the process of writing that book right now, and it will be launched on Amazon on September 9th. That is my goal. So I continue to write on it, and there is a poll currently on my Facebook personal page and the Seed and Lead page if you want to weigh in on which of the two covers that I've designed that you think are better for the book. So I look forward to your feedback around that. So one thing that's really important to me as I continue to build this brand is to get feedback and input and your insights. And so one of the ways that I know I can do that is to invite you to put a word in the comments, or put more than one word if that's your way of doing it. But put one or more words in the comments that come to mind when you think of Phil Bolander and the Seed and Lead brand. It's really important for me to understand how is what I'm doing being received by others, and rather than make up stories or assume what's going on, I'd really like to hear from you directly. So please put in the comments after you've watched this, please put in the comments some words that let me know what your insights are, what your thoughts are in terms of words around the brand Phil Bolander and Seed and Lead. So my commitment is to do more videos. I want to do more videos to post on YouTube. I want to do more live videos on Facebook. I want to be able to create the experience for people to get to know me beyond the words that I post. And what I know is that this is a really great way for you to get to experience me and decide whether or not you want to know more about me, whether or not you're going to like me, whether or not you're going to trust me, and whether or not you want to work with me. So look for more frequent video postings so that you'll get to know more about Phil Bolander and the Seed and Lead brand. And again, this ties back to this branding strategy that leads to marketing and sales, which is to make sure that people know what is the brand Phil Bolander and Seed and Lead. So if anything in this is of interest to you in terms of maybe talking about working together, then what I would invite you to do is to send me an email at phil@seedandlead.com, and we can arrange a one-on-one and just talk about what might be possible in working together. So with all that being said, I'm really grateful for you watching this video, and I hope that you got something out of it, because I know that you invested your time in it. And again, please leave some comments below for me. Thank you.